Welcome everybody. You're going to see me as a big shadow. Thanks for coming tonight to check out Financial Planning 101. This is what my company does. So I'm going to let you see the slides more than you see me. You'll probably see my shadow more than anything. So I've partnered with a company called Cornerstone, and with them I decided to educate Middle America on how to financial plan. So we work with individuals and companies to really just facilitate where the best source for your money is. So this is my company that I work with. Of course, I'm with One Stop Education is my business. This is a little bit about myself. Some of you may know me, but I am a financial representative. I'm also a real estate agent. I'm also a school teacher, and I love teaching. So with my teaching capabilities, I really want to be able to teach everyone about their finances. If you didn't know, I was one of those teachers who lost their job over vaccine mandates, and I was still able to make a decision to not go to work, not collect a paycheck, and lose my salary because I had other financial aspects in place. So I want to be able to share that with you today. If you don't know, this is the biggest mountain. It's called Mount Everest, right? Maybe you've heard of it. So I'm trying to figure out how to work my I have a remote. I put a battery in it, I think. Yeah, they got batteries. I probably put them in upside down. But the volume works, so it should be working. All right. So Mount Everest is the replication of our life, right? We have to climb the mountain, working, saving money, investing, however we do best. And then eventually we are going up that mountain to get to the top. We get to the top and then we go down, and this is what we call our accumulation phase, where we are gaining money only to spend it in our retirement age, called the distribution phase. Now, I know a lot of my friends are investors like I am, and they don't want to just live their life on what they've grown their whole entire first half. They want to be able to leave a legacy behind for other people, have the most money possible so you don't have financial worry. And that is what we're going to show you, right? So on the right side of the screen, you see this really messed up, maybe I should get out so you can see it. This is like the piecemeal, right? All of your finances are just a mess. And we'll try to organize it. So it's blank right now. But just to give you some idea on what those could be, right? Because we all have different investments. But here are some, right? Yours may look like your goals and objectives are all over the place. Pensions, IRAs, income tax, CDs, buy and sell agreements, income tax account, all maybe college funds. You have wills to pay. All of these could be all over the place, and what we do is we put them together, we organize it, and come up with the best tax strategies, investment strategies, insurance strategies, and then we do college funding, all those things that you probably need so that you could have the most money in your retirement. So the process goes like this. First, we're going to have an introductory meeting like today. We're going to meet. We're going to get to know each other and what the company does. And then we're going to really speak to you individually, define your goals and objectives, and analyze a great strategy development for you. After you give us some details, we decide on a strategy for you. We show you it. If you like it, then we implement it. And that's when we actually have a relationship where we're client and fiduciary. So you may have heard of some risks in retirement. If you haven't thought of what they are, we have the longevity risk, the health risk, mortality risk, inflation risk, and market risk, and tax risk. So many risks. There's probably even more than this. But what do you think they are? Just take a second to look at it and think about what do each one of these mean. We have a longevity risk. This is the idea that you might outlive your money. Then you have the health risk. What if you need long-term care, critical illness, critical injury? You know, some of you think that if you get a life insurance, it's only for the death benefit. But there are life insurance policies that do offer long-term care. If you get injured or hurt, you may want to insure yourself so that you can stay home and be protected and not have to worry about money. Mortality risk, a death that affects your income. Are you married? Does your spouse pay all the bills? This is something you have to think about. Social Security, how are you deciding how you're going to, you only get one shot at deciding your Social Security check, right? How are you going to choose it? So if you don't know what that means, you definitely want to reach out and we could help you with that. The inflation risk, you've all seen that now, right? We've seen our money being taken away so quickly with gas prices, grocery shopping. It's just keeps getting higher and higher. The market risk, well, this is the sequence risk, right? It's just if you put your money into the stock market and it drops, you might lose your money. And then you have a tax risk, right? We all have our different accounts, or maybe you have none and need to get set up. We have tax deferred annuities, pre-tax vehicles, and there are some we can offer you that have no tax consequences that really aren't that known. It's things that Walt Disney used and started Walt Disney with. So it's interesting what you could learn from a financial advisor. So these are some of the markets that we serve. If you take a look, we serve the baby boomers looking to retire. We do Social Security seminars, foundational planning for young families. So you have a young family, you have children, you want to start planning now for their college and make sure you have those life insurance policies in place and your finances. We have pension maximization, and that's great for our first responders, police officers, firefighters, teachers. If you have a pension, you definitely want to go to a first responder, police officer, or firefighter class, better known as pension maximization. We have business owners and employees. This is business to business. We help insure and also do financial planning for business owners and employees. We do real estate entrepreneur courses like the 1031 exchange alternative, and that would also be good for a tax and estate planning or for tax accountants. Just some of the things that we offer. Again, this is one of the courses, Pension Maximization for First Responders. The course will be offered tomorrow, but we do them quite often. If you want us to come into your facility, like your firehouse or your police station or even your school, we could go in and do a seminar for all of your employees and talk about how to maximize your pension. Because you don't want to tax your pension. If we could help it save you any money, that's the best way to do it, is take a class. They're free. We also do tax planning for real estate entrepreneurs. I don't know about you, but I don't want to pay taxes for real estate. That's a lot of money. Real estate's really expensive, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to waste so much money in taxes. You may have heard of the 1031 exchange, and that's a great opportunity to save on taxes, but that's for like properties, and you have a time frame to get that in. And we can show you alternatives where you don't have to stay in that time frame. There are other things that you can do. We also do REI trainings that break down what we believe to be the 3 most critical success factors. We do asset protection, buying power, tax planning, and it's really an amazing program where you could just learn how to save your money, not waste it on taxes and things like that. Again, estate planning for business owners, same concept. Don't waste money. Let us show you how to save it. So you could register for our most popular workshops. You could go to onestopeducation.org. You could go to the email onestopeducationforlife@gmail.com, and you could even do that message me on Facebook or Instagram, or just simply call. We're available in so many ways. I just want to share with you our core values. We have servant leadership, conviction, superior quality, accountability, integrity, discipline, gratitude, and transparency. And what I love is that for me this is really important because I come from this background. I grew up raising actually I was an 18-year-old adult when I joined Brooklyn's First Church of the Brethren, and I believe in servitude and help in the community. That was one of the things I loved about the church. I did raise myself in a Catholic church, but what I loved when I went to this church was that they said, it's not what your church could do for you all the time, it's what you could also do for the church. And I thought, what a great way to build up your community, whether it be in church or in the community, right? So we do food drives and things like that. So with this company, their mindset is so aligned to the way I brought myself up in my older years. I love that. So I love partnering with Cornerstone, and my company, One Step Education, also follows such wonderful core values. So if you have any questions about any of this, if you'd like to talk to one of our senior advisors, you definitely can. I'm going to just put up my information so that you can see who to call, who to email, and you always have my social media post. You could reach out on that end, and there it is. Again, any questions, definitely reach out. I have to check the Google Meet to make sure no one is reaching out to me there. Have a great night.